George Bailey, in the Christmas classic, It's a Wonderful Life, had come to Christmas Eve at the lowest point in his life. Money was missing from the savings and loan, and Mr. Potter refused to give him a loan, and an arrest warrant had been issued. And George felt like an utter failure. He felt that life was no longer worth living. But George had failed to see the people who cared for him, the people who loved George because of who he was and what he meant to them. George had failed to know that there were numerous prayers being lifted for him that very night, and that if a chance was given, his family and friends would come together to help him through this difficult time. What George had failed to realize is that this wonderful life that he had was a gift to treasure. It was a gift of God. And God would do everything to reach out to George and to help him realize that his life is a gift of God. George failed to see that, but God showed him anyway. On this night, we hear familiar words from Scripture. We sing familiar carols. We come together to recall that God would do everything to reach out to us and remind us of the treasure of our life, that we are people created in God's image, that God loved us enough to send his Son to our world so that we might have life, so we might be saved, so that we would know that we are a treasure to God. We are reminded that this life of ours is to be treasured because it is precious to God. On this night, we also receive anew the greatest gift of all, the gift of Jesus, who is Emmanuel, God with us, God in human flesh. And this gift is to be treasured. Now, when we treasure something, we hold it dear. When we treasure something, we give it priority in our lives. When we treasure something, it becomes the focus of our lives. And this gift that we celebrate this night is the most precious gift of all, a gift beyond even our imagining. To think, the baby born this night is God in the flesh, God as a baby. This gift is to be treasured not just tonight, but every day of our lives, because he came not just for this one night, but for those every days of our life, in our joys, in our sorrows, in our pain, in our grief, and in our celebrations. God is with us, and that is a gift to be treasured. When we receive a treasure, we want to share the news about it. And just as the shepherds who came that night and saw the babe went and told all that they saw about the baby, when we treasure this gift, we want to share this news with others as well. We have received a wonderful life. Will we receive this wonderful gift? Will we treasure it? This gift that we celebrate this night will change us. This gift will sustain us through the challenges of our life. This gift will give us hope and will give us peace and will give us joy. Will you treasure this gift? Mary, on the night that she gave birth to Jesus, held that treasure in her arms. She welcomed the shepherds who came, and with wonder she heard their story about the angels who appeared to them and sang that night. And Mary treasured all of these things in her heart. This treasure that Mary held in her arms would be the one who would give her life. It didn't mean that her life would always be easy. It didn't mean that her life would be without challenges and difficulties. Yet she knew that this child would give her what she needed in life, and this child would sustain her regardless of what life would throw her way. And she treasured this gift of Jesus. And so tonight, we are invited to receive this most precious gift, God's very self who came to us in his Son, Jesus. We are invited to receive this gift anew, to invite him into our lives, and to have this treasure with us not just tonight, but always. Mary treasured this gift of Jesus. Will you?